which is going to work out really good. 48 years it took to get this hat. $5.99 in 48 years. I want to ask you a couple of questions, and you don't have to stand up, but I would like you to raise your hand. The first question is, whether you're a man or a woman or a young person with us tonight, has there ever been a time in your life when you felt alone? If the answer is yes, would you raise your hand? Keep them up and look around. Look around. You're not alone. Second question. Has there ever been a time in your life where you had a bill that you didn't have the money to pay? Look around. You're not alone. Are you getting my point here? The reality is you're not alone. You have a lot of people that share those same experiences. And more so than that, there's this guy named Jesus who says, I made you a promise. I didn't just make you write some words in a book. I made a promise to you. And he said, I will never, ever leave you. I will never, ever forsake you. Read, you are not alone. And I want to tell you, I'm going to try to tell you two stories, and this is going to be a miracle if I get both of them in, because it's about 45 minutes worth of stories, and I got about 33 minutes left, that I hope will demonstrate the truth of this, that you are not alone. Like Rick said, I'm an elk hunter from Colorado. I've written a few books on elk hunting. We've done some TV shows. But I love the high country. And in 2004, I was hunting up in the high country of northwestern Colorado in a place called the White River National Forest. And I don't know if any of you know where that is, but it's some serious backcountry. We had been it took a 4-hour horseback ride to get back into where our base camp was. 4 hours on horses, about 12 miles. We hunted as hard as 3 hunters could hunt for 5 full days. We'd looked forward to this hunt for years. And day after day, no elk, no mule deer, and all we had was wind and snow and sleet and ice blowing sideways across the ground at about 40 miles an hour. Well, we'd paid our money, we'd paid our dues, we were going to stay out there until we killed an elk. Day 4, we know the elk are all holed up in the dark timber, and that's what elk will do. If the weather's bad, they don't like it any better than we do, so they go where it's the nastiest place they can find. There's a lot of cover, and they hunker down, and they stay put till the storm's gone. Well, mule deer aren't quite, or deer, what do you call, deer mules? Deer mules. Mule deer aren't quite that bright. They're kind of like turkeys. They'll stand out in a thunderstorm, stare up at the water and drown. Well, so we decided we were going to chase this particular mule deer buck, and we chased him all day long, never did close the deal and get a shot on him. We said, well, we're going to head back to camp. So 3 of us, myself, my hunting partner, Joe Novosel from nowhere, Alaska, and our guide, Randy, got back on our horses, and we're riding back to camp. We're kind of riding up this ridge, and I'm on the 3rd horse back. Second horse is probably 200 feet in front of me. And the lead horse with the guide, he's probably 150 feet in front of that second horse. And, I'm just not really paying a whole lot of attention. And I catch this motion, and I look up there, and there's